Are you being the Debbie Downer of real estate right now? You know what I'm talking about. Interest rates gone up a little bit. Selling a house to buyers isn't as easy as it used to be, but are you adding to the negativity of the market, or are you being positive and changing the conversation? Hey guys, Mike Cuevas, Real Estate Marketing Dude. What we're gonna chat about on this video is how to start controlling and changing the conversation, because if you've been rolling around on social media, all I'm seeing is date the rate, marry the house, or I'm seeing, hey, no one people should buy, or the market's going to continue to appreciate. Folks, you sound fucking desperate. Now, if this is the first time you've experienced a shift in your business, the truth is that these are some of the most opportune times to get ahead, take market share, and start turning eyeballs, because when things are going very, very easy, it's very easy to sell a house. But when things go a little bit harder, well, things aren't as easy, are they? So one of the best things we can be doing right now is to control and change the conversation. And here's a couple ways that you can be doing it to take the real estate market and spin it into a positive way. So let me ask you a quick question. Would you rather buy a house in 2021 or 2022 of February, or would you rather have bought a house in 2007 in the middle of the crash? And why is it each and every time when people are talking about market's good, market's bad? Listen, if the market's good for somebody, that means it's bad for somebody else. And typically, if you're trying to buy a house today and you're gonna buy a house for investment purposes, well, you're gonna wanna make money on that house. You're gonna wanna buy a good deal. But the worst deals are had in the markets we just came out of, when prices are going through the roof. People are overpaying, they're entering into bidding wars. Those are the worst times to buy a house. The best times to buy a house is, quite frankly, when no one else is buying them. See, the people who made the most amount of wealth in the last real estate crash were the ones who bought like crazy during 2007, 8, 9, and 10, because that was when we actually hit rock bottom prices. And when people are no longer selling openly like hotcakes, and you see the market shift where you don't just have to list it on the MLS and wait for 30 offers to come by, well, that is the whole opportunity, because what you're gonna start seeing is, in this recession, is you're gonna continue to see sellers who are gonna be motivated to sell. And when people are motivated to sell, they often have to do so at a lower price, which means if you're in the business of buying real estate or helping people buy real estate or helping people finance real estate, you're actually sitting on a pretty good opportunity. The question is, are you controlling the conversation, or are you changing it, or are you following for all the negative Nancys that are out there in the marketplace right now? Now, a couple different ways you can be doing this is simply by talking about the benefits of buying in a down market. Like, I can't stress it enough. There are going to be good deals in this market. And anytime you see a depreciating market, which is where I believe we are, at least in our market of San Diego, California, there's gonna be a lot of opportunities for purchasing. Now, truth is that a couple months ago, February, before the rates started to take a hike, it was the best time to sell. And that was probably the peak markets, now that we know that in hindsight. But when we start to see things reverse, it never means it's a bad time to buy. It just means you need to be more concerned with what you choose to buy. So one of the ways you can be changing that conversation is start focusing on the investment aspects of buying real estate during a downturn, because that's when the best deals are had. And you're gonna need to get a little bit more creative with the conversations you're having. One such conversation can be, hey, how do you assume a mortgage, or how do you assume somebody's mortgage? And there's a lot of loans out there that are assumable, where a buyer can actually take the low 2-3% interest rate the previous seller has on that property, as opposed to taking the 6% deal that they're gonna get right now from Bank of America. Another way that you could change the conversation is, why aren't you working with investor buyers? Investors right now are salivating at the sidelines, just waiting to pounce in on this market and take advantage of all the opportunities. But if you're a real estate agent, would you rather work with just one client at a time who's gonna complain and bitch and moan about GFCI outlets on a home inspection? Or would you rather be dealing with one client at a time that's gonna buy 10 to 20 houses over the next 12 months? Because the investors are about to pounce, but not until they smell the blood in the water. Folks, change the conversation and see what happens, and see how people start responding to you. If you like this message and you like the idea of creating a whole lot of content around your brand, why don't you go visit us at realestatemarketingdude.com. We script, edit, and distribute videos for people all over the country, and we'll create a video strategy for you that'll have people knowing who you are, and more importantly, returning to you for referral and repeat business. Go ahead and click the link next to this video, visit our site. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on next week's episode.